Hello, everyone. It's Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. I almost thought it's Friday. I wasn't here for a while, and I hope you all had a good long weekend. I was having a long weekend as well. On Tuesday, I had so many to catch up after Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was a long weekend. And on Tuesday, I was catching up with so many phone calls and messages from some of you guys too. And that's why I just couldn't fit into my schedule a live with you guys. But today I found some notes to share with you about carbohydrates. So this is the topic for today. But before I go into the topic, I would love to share with you stuff that is going to be happening in June. May is almost done. It's almost over. So sooner than later, we'll be in June. And I have for you in June tons of topics created that I will be hopping live here. So you still can watch all the recordings from May, or you can watch just some of the topics that interest you. Remember, if you are watching and you will be commenting under the recorded live, you can win a raffle that I'm going to run off of the people who are commenting. So just post a comment. What is your takeaway from the topic I did, from the live that was here? And win. Why not? It's a free for you, amazing products that you can win, and they will be like 30 days for you as a supply. It's going to be a huge thing. I bet you will love it. So that's one. Just as a reminder, it's still May. You can still go into the raffle for May. Just comment and make sure you will do that going forward. In June, I will be doing different topics, and obviously you can do the same. Comment your takeaway and go into the raffle. So what's in June coming up that is done not by me, but I'm just inviting you guys and learn about different stuff that will be, I bet they will be very interesting. June 5th, which I don't know which date. No, that's Wednesday. June 5th, it's Wednesday. So on typical Wednesday wellness, we'll have different topics. And this June 5th, Wednesday, we will have Dr. Katie and Dr. Tanda, Katie Collier and Tanda Cook, sharing topic, let me see, summer health tips. So they are going to talk about summer health tips. Those are two doctors that I follow them, watch them. I love them. I love Tanda Cook so much. And I honestly know that she is sharing with us and giving us such a simple and basic holistic information that anybody can apply. I know some of you, some me too included, we need to go and check up our body with doctors. Why not? But just learning all of that stuff is just make it simpler and easier on our body. Next Wednesday, which is June 12th, we will be having a topic of healthy habits on the go. And vacations are coming. There will be a lot of on the go stuff. And I'm just seeing this flyer for Wednesday Wellness on a healthy habits on the go. I can tell you, looks delicious. So that is a June 12th. Then we will have on the 19th another topic on Wednesday wellness, which is healthy habits with travel. So on the go could be shorter than like a day being on the outside, but travel it's a lot longer. When I travel, I do carry a lot of healthy stuff that I use on a daily basis. And I bet I can imagine what they are going to share. You know, there is some flying, there's a lot of driving, could be a lot of going from different countries to different countries, and travel typically messes up our gut the most. For me, it's my gut. So I have to carry on all of my healthy lifestyle with me. Otherwise, simply said, my gut will feel that stuff. I have two more Zooms that are happening, and I would love to invite those that are interested in learning income potential, how you can create a business like I am creating a business with Arbonne. We'll have one Zoom on June 13th and another one on June 25th. And I will be posting about that. I'm not saying this is for everybody. I mean, who doesn't need extra money? Everybody. But I'm not saying this is for everybody. But on the other hand, it's something that anybody can do. Anybody can create a healthy lifestyle and create a business with this healthy lifestyle. So this will be on the 13th and 25th to learn more about how you can do that. So going back to the topic, I found notes for you today to share are macronutrient carbohydrates, which is the only one macronutrient that is not essential for our body. Just imagine that. Carbohydrates aren't essential, but I'm not saying you shouldn't be eating them. Yes, you should. Maybe not everybody. Maybe not on the same level. Maybe not the same carbs. But the thing is that our body will find carbs in many different places that we are feeding our body with. And that's why they are not essential because your body will find it either way. I will going through this topic, I will be giving you ideas which are good, which are bad, which are giving you more than the carbs. And I was learning this. Oh my gosh. This it's a true story, but it's funny story because carbohydrates is something that number one, when I was learning it, I had no idea what the heck is that. I couldn't even pronunciate the word properly. And honest to goodness, I had no idea what it is as an macronutrient in whatever, food, a whole food. I couldn't um, name it properly what it is a carb in a whole foods. And I completely understand if you have no idea what it is because it's a true story about me that I know what's protein, I know what's fiber, but carbs, I had no idea what the heck that is and what it is in foods. So if you feel the same way, I will do my best to just keep it simple for you today and to understand and to find your carbs that you can um, practice on your own body because we are so different and everybody's supposed to be eating on a different level, different carbs, and maybe eat them and maybe not to eat them. It just depends because we are so different. So let me go through my notes and see what I wanted to share with you. So number one, carbohydrates is delivering energy into your body. It's helping your digestion. That's why those are some good information about carbs. And it's going to support your healthy weight. And I will point what is in the carbs that will do that stuff because most of the people will tell you that carbs are not healthy and carbs cause this and that and just finding information that it helps you with digestion and helps you with a healthy weight is surprising, but it's really true. So carbs are not created equal, and this is the big difference that you need to understand, that carbs are not equal. And that's why most of the information you will hear about carbohydrates that they are bad. But those that are really, really bad are refined and they are called simple carbohydrates. So I will move on into that deeper. The thing is that refined carbohydrates are the worst. They are very risky for inflammation in our body, causing obesity. So when I just said about healthy weight, obesity is a completely reverse of the topic. And yes, those are the refined carbs, types 2 diabetes. So choosing a good ones could be a struggle, but it doesn't have to be. And that's why I would love to share with you what is the function, what is the name, where they are, and which one to pick. I hope this short life that I'm created today for you, it will be very helpful. So yes, the main thing that carbs do is just providing energy into your whole body, into every single cell in your body. So complex carbohydrates can contain fiber. This is a good thing. It helps with your gut health. It helps manage the weight. That's why I'm telling you, it helps you sustain a healthy weight, um, and reduce cholesterol and reduce even a glucose in your blood. So regulates like sugar level in your blood. So all that stuff could be found in carbohydrates if you have in that carbohydrates tons of fiber. And that is possible to be found in a complex carbohydrates. So, if going deeper into fiber, which is not a main topic today, but fiber is just very important in our body, and I will be doing more about fiber probably sooner or later. There are two types of fiber, which is soluble and insoluble. So, the fiber that regulating the sugar in your bloodstream helps avoid those spikes when you are eating carbohydrates even in your food. And if that whole food um, is a carbohydrate, but it also has the fiber, those spikes are just not going to happen. So it's very, very helpful with the glucose level in your blood. Soluble fiber slows digestion. So uh, it's increasing the time of how it's digestion in your, in your digestion tract. Insoluble fiber adds up into the bulk of creating your poop. So it helps with regularity. This is huge because I've been in the place when I was completely regular, and all the time that I'm coming to help especially in women, we are barely regular ladies, and it's really important to learn your body to use good fiber. Adding fiber extra into your, I call it lifestyle, not exactly a diet on its own, but like adding fiber into your eating, into your lifestyle, it's going to slow your digestion. Is just going to slow everything down. That's why we need to level up on consumption of water. We have to level up on increasing on water, because right away with the fiber that is going to create the poop, the bulk of the our waste, we simply need to level up on the water big time, and it's going hand in hand, but it's very important, and it's found in carbs. And if you will be going into healthy carbs, you need to realize that fiber is over there, and you will need to level up on water as well. So as I mentioned already, carbs are broken into two names, but in our body, they are simply broken into glucose. So they are going to be digested and broken into sugars. That's why carbohydrates that are complex are broken differently. The simple carbohydrates that are broken differently. And Insulin is a hormone that is going to regulate, maybe not regulate, it's going to send this glucose into the cells for the energy. And if we have too much of that energy, if we have too much of that glucose, then it's going to be stored in the liver or very possibly stored as a fat cells because your body doesn't need it anymore. It's just too much. And that's why when you are going into not a healthy carbohydrates, not a complex carbohydrates, and your body is just creating too much insulin in order to, use it up and just for the needs it needs on its own, the body. That's why we are creating fat. That's why we are creating like health problems, diabetes, insulin resistance, all of that stuff's coming because we are just eating not a good amount of carbs or not a good types of carbs. So how much of the carbs? And it's very similar that you can tell about percentage in protein that we're supposed to be consuming, but choosing a good carbohydrates like simple or complex, it's important. So if you're choosing good ones, even if you eat 50% of your diet on the carbs, you will still be going good because in many of the carbs, you can find fiber and even protein. So it just depends what kind of carbs are you choosing, and the percentage sometimes it's okay to be even 50% of your entire day because you are choosing carbs that are giving you more. You are choosing whole foods, excuse me. You're choosing whole foods that are giving you more than just carbs. They are giving you fiber and they are giving you possibly even protein. So types of carbohydrates. Let me give you a couple examples what it is to be a simple carbohydrate and why this is so going very quickly to be changed into glucose, spiking so much our glucose in the blood, spiking like crazy insulin because this hormone has to do something with this glucose. Just change it to the energy, deliver it to our cells, or if it's too much, it's going to be stored in the liver or create extra fat all over our body in order to just hide it somewhere, to just keep it somewhere because we are having it too much. So obviously glucose, obviously simple sugars, all of the sweet you can eat, all of the simple sugars you can have in your diet, in your lifestyle, which doesn't have to be healthy, obviously. That's the carbohydrates. That's the simplest, the worst you can imagine. But those are sucrose, even dairy, it's a lactose. It's a simple carbohydrates that is going to spike, the glucose level in your body, and the insulin has a lot to do. But the other one going into the simple carbohydrates and giving you some ideas of how to choose something that is sweet because we have tons of cravings, but also will provide fiber are fruits. Those are very simple carbohydrates, but they do have fiber. So eating fruits with a natural fiber, natural sugar, which is fructose, and tons of fiber, you are, yes, creating energy for your body. And all of those processes are going the same way, but you are having fiber that will be working in your body in order to regulate that spike, to regulate that blood glucose level for you in order, not only that insulin has to do it, but fiber is just going to help and energy will be sent it out, but also the fiber will be working on it not to keep the spike high and long and not to build fat cells or store it in your liver. The thing is that we need to eat fruits, not drink them. And that's a big difference. That's a huge difference. Besides that, with the fruits, there's so many fruits. that you can find stuff like antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals in them. So obviously, nature is creating so much good, healthy whole foods for us that we are finding stuff that it's maybe not an essential. As I said, as the carbohydrates aren't essential for our body, but we will find in that whole food tons of fiber, tons of antioxidants, tons of um, vitamins and minerals. So then next carbohydrates that are as a whole foods are complex. And choosing complex is going to give you a lot more benefits. They are broken slower, so they are just not they are not spiking sugar so much, but they are just broken slowly in our digestion tract. So they are absorbed differently. They are, they do level up glucose in our blood, but they are just doing it slower. And still, if you are going to eat carbs that are having fiber within, you will be regulating that sugar level with fiber as well. So what it is, whole grain. And look at this. Within whole grain, you can find some other benefits like going into brown rice, oats, whole wheat, barleys, and different kashas. The thing is that you can find stuff that is gluten free, and you are still going into whole foods, and you're still going into carbohydrates, and you're still going into the stuff that it's, on the other hand, for different reasons, still healthier for you and giving you the energy that your body needs and having fiber. Same with beans and legumes, that they are bringing you carbohydrates, but also they have tons of fiber, tons of fiber. And all of the veggies, not only beans and legumes, but all of the veggies, they have carbohydrates, but also include the fiber in them. And all of that sources of fiber is going to help you manage your weight and support your cardiovascular health. That is really huge. So the last one is the refined carbohydrates. Guys, so um, even good carbs like brown rice, they have a different layers as a brown rice as grain on its own. It has a different levels, and the refined process, what it's doing is just removing the layers. It's just removing all of the good stuff that it's within the grain, and just what's left is just the refined carb. It's a simple sugar that is left, and this is what's really is causing all the problems in our body. It's like the white flour that we are using, white rice, all those grains that are so much cleansed off of processed. Simply said, they are processed off of all the good stuff that it's in the grain on its own, and it's so processed that it's just all of the stuff is removed, and all those carbohydrates are broken very fast into the glucose. They are going into the energy, obviously, but also they are just going, it's just too much in our body. Those foods are not essential. It's so simple for our body. So, like typical sugar you will be eating with your spoon, the refined whole food grains are like a sugar you will be eating with your spoon. This is how bad it is for your body. So avoiding this one is for everybody. I'm just being honest. Avoiding refined grains, refined carbohydrates is for every single person, because this maybe in one time use, but on the long run, it's going to create so much problems, so many problems in your body, blood sugar, dysregulation with your insulin, hormones, glucose levels, like the spike that you are creating, diabetes from it, 1,000,000%. All of those major risks are connected with refined carbohydrates. Those are the last ones, and those are the worst ones. So I hope in this short life I gave you ideas where to look for carbs that are complex, with fiber, and with possibly even protein. And if you have any questions, you can always message me. That's for sure. We are so different. We are so bio-individual. We're supposed to be checking on our body, what it needs. What kind of carbs would you like to have? What kind of carbs your body is taking easily? How you feel after eating one or the other? Test it for yourself. And if you need anything, always message me. Always ask me questions. I'm here for you and I would love to help you. And like I was checking my body, which one is good. And I got into the point that I exactly know how much do I need to eat of those carbs and which ones, and not to cause problems with my blood sugar, insulin, or any kind of health issues that I don't want to have in my body. I want to have tons of energy and be healthy. And I wish the same for you. And I know you can accomplish as well. So talk to you with another life when I'm showing up again, possibly tomorrow. Very possibly. It's Friday that I will be showing back up tomorrow. But if you have any questions, you can always message me, DM me, PM me. You have my number, you have my emails. You can find it in every single social media. So talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye.